got all about.
This is better.
When I first was coming up, Diamond
this better.
stayed at
This
Johnny
way better.
Trotter's them house, right where they got that little parking lot. Where you get the kitchen, them house. Remember kitchen and state? Remember it was a little parking lot right there. Yeah, Diamond Jim used to stay right there on the corner. Had bars all around his house. Yeah. He was a pimp back then. Now Diamond Jim, to me, originally come from the project.
Yeah, he originally from the project.
From the project, cause he had a broad worked at the. Remember it was a what was that?
No, that wasn't Diamond Jim. That was Fat Daddy Ryan.
Fat Daddy Ryan.
His girl was Danny Harris' sister that worked at Todd's Banquet. So then he also had a white girl that worked in Minnesota at the Hillsborough. That's where he got his diamonds.
Yeah.
He got his Cadillacs from his daddy.
When JB Tires up there, remember that he was getting all them suits.
That was from his girlfriend, which was Danny Harris.
At the pawn shop.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting all that.
Oh, y'all dropping some jewels right here.
Fat Daddy
Y'all
Ryan.
dropping some jewels.
Fat Daddy Ryan.
Fat Daddy Ryan.
In the project.
Is the one that Fat Daddy Ryan is the one that schooled me. He the one that took me on his wing and taught me how to be a pimp.
Yeah.
Okay. One day I was walking down the street. He was standing out there with a long leather coat on. He had a blue Cadillac. His girl was changing the time. His girl was changing the time.
Fleetwood at that.
That's when he told me about pimping hoes. He said a hoe never got enough money. If a bitch give you 1,000, tell the bitch that's not enough.
Wow.
Go get some more. Pimp the bitch till her feet bleed.
Wow.
Okay, so then there were twins. One was a pimp and one was a gangster. Okay, he also had a friend. They called him Comanche. His name was Durrell Storms. Remember Comanche?
Yeah.
Right to this day, he's a minister right down there on 3rd Street. Him and Jerry used to be together. They used to call him Wild Bill and Long Ranger and Tonto.
Right.
Which was Comanche.
All right, so y'all skip. All right, so we go from McCurry's, then hold on.
Got another story.
Hold up.
Market. That was down on going over the hill about 30 Walker.
Right, but I want to bring up a story here. This needs to be said too.
What?
I'm gonna put Dale Walker back in this cause. Look, he was the only motherfucker that used to shoot motherfuckers. Shoot a motherfucker broad daylight, go take his daughter and put it on the niggas' porch and take pictures of it. Then he the only motherfucker that knocked out all the police. But his Dale did too. They whooped him and had his mouth turned, but Walt Peak, they had knocked the police out.
They had a standoff in the 70s. The police, they had so much artillery, they had to call the National Guard.
Right.
They shot their mama in the ass.
Right. Walt Peak did.
Dale
I
Walker had a twin named Gail. They was married to twins. Their sisters was married to these brothers, which was like muscle bound dudes.
Ooh, yeah, both of them. They were twin dudes. Muscle bound. That boy, I swear he ain't lying about whatever he's saying.
In the hood?
Like, in the hood, nigga.
Muscle bound.
Yeah. They sister married a dude, man, I swear it looked like he lived weights, nigga. The strongest man, if you see him to this day, he still look like he got money.
He won the strongest man contest.
Yeah.
So, the house across from 3rd Street Baptist, it was a house there. And then we had that, remember it was a barbershop downstairs?
And that was Lee's, that was Jerry Timmons. It was Lee's restaurant, Jerry's barbershop, and Jerry's record shop. That was right next door. Now, we want to go back. It was David Lowndes. That was my uncle, David Brooks. My mother worked it there in the kitchen part, and there was a crap house and a pool. Then next door was Pig Feet, which is Buster.
Pig Feet.
Okay, which he had in the 70s. So my uncle Willie Jane deboated in the 70s, took his woman and the pool hall, which was Albert Jr.'s mama. Her name was Celeste. And at the time, my Uncle John had a kid by, which was Kirb Brown.
Yeah.
That would have been my first baby, though.
Yeah, I remember Kirb.
Kirb Brown. We used to mess around and never did nothing.
That about Kirb.
My first
love.
That's little Jimmy, mama.
Yeah, my first love was Renee Carter.
That's. I think the Carters is probably one of the last few prominent families.
That's still saying the project about you.
And the Carters and Nanny, Debbie Cable, sister.
She's still down there.
Yeah, and the Rogers.
From the 60s.
You still got some Rogers down there.
Yeah, from the 60s. The Rogers came up here in 1968 from Mississippi. Alvin Rogers, him and Bud. Back in the days, we had a big field by Jupiter Gardens. We didn't do ride-bys. You go from here, go in the field. But Bud beat up Alvin Rogers right there by Stowe School. Don't forget Norman Union.
No, ooh,
He from the hood.
yeah,
Right
he fucking
across from
hood.
Stowe School.
Yeah.
He was so bad, the principal, Mr. Glass, would go over there and drag him to school.
Norman, we haven't heard from him.
He
He went
chopped-
to penitentiary, we hadn't heard from him.
He chopped off Paul Jones half his arm with a machete back in the day because
Norman.
we should call him Mama, Annie, Granny. And she threw some hot water in Raymond Jackson's face. And Raymond Jackson and Tracy Henderson worked for the filling station. That's how they ended up with these little motorcycles because they stole all the man's money.
Right.
And then look, back in the days, when renting cars for crack, we didn't rent it for crack then. We rented for money. Charles Hall, which was Russell Hall, their mama stayed on 3rd and Richmond. Came from the Army, he had a 1964 turquoise blue Chevy. We used to give him $300 to rent his car from Friday to Sunday, every weekend.
Right. Hey, it's another person I ain't gonna forget about. Rest in peace, little Keith. Keith
Yeah.
Jackson was the coldest mug down there,
Keith
for
Jackson.
real. He the one put dice on the map.
Keith Jackson.
Keith
Yeah,
Jackson was one of the coldest.
He
He the
had
one
the two
taught
fine,
me what I do to
he
get
had
money.
the two finest sisters in the
Yeah,
project,
yeah.
Kimberly Bunty and Adrian Bunty.
He was the coldest
brother,
one
Jimmy
in the
Bucket.
projects coming up on the crap
you're
side.
gonna go, okay, don't forget about the Freeze, Kevin Free.
Kevin Free,
They-
yeah, that was my homie, man.
They stayed on New Jersey, but not.
They stayed in a house. on the
We called, he had a sister named Christine Free. We called her Little Red Robin Hood. My twin was the first one,
Yeah.
was their cherry.
They
So how was the love back then?
All the love was nice.
love was so nice.
We-
When I was getting money, nigga, when I throw the barbecue, all the kids, nigga,
Right,
for
right.
everybody. We stopped the popsicle truck.
Right, right.
Kids go to it, they just pass out.
Yeah.
The hood, when we had the hood on the mouth.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know coming from Arkansas, I was a little kid.
Came
And,
from Dumas.
yeah, Dumas. Yeah, Dumas. But you know what I'm saying? As soon as Mama got her place down there on Second, we instantly fell to love. Because I remember growing up,
Okay, don't forget Kojak.
talking about light skin Kojak? Talking about Kojak stayed next door,
Coat them
Yeah.
coats, yeah.
next door to us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He moved to Morris, Iowa.
Yeah.
He just passed away last year on his,
Right.
on his way back.
Hey, we can't forget old Crazy Blue. Remember Blue? Used to come to the door naked and hang.
That's Wawa and Doogie's brother.
Talking about
Old Blue, that was
OG
old
Blue.
OG.
Not Little Blue, but
Yeah.
OG Blue.
Don't forget, it was Z Red and Z Blue. That was
Right.
that was Uncle John's brother. Then don't forget the
Don't
twins.
forget them other boys.
Don't forget
their
Tur-
brothers was gangsters.
Don't forget the back.
Remember they had them twins.
Don't forget
Casey
me.
boys.
Yeah,
Some type of case that they let.
Case.
Yeah, they stayed up on. But
They brother was
Keith
the
and them. Yeah, their brother was a
Okay,
gangster.
but it was Alvin Banks, John James, Brian, and me and my twin brother. We used to fight motherfuckers used to come to Jupiter Gardens on the weekend. We get back to back and whoop them. It was Alvin Banks and John Banks and me and my
Yeah.
twin brother. We used to beat up the Missouri niggas. We used
Ooh.
to go to Johnson's Motel every Saturday on the weekend and win. We used to win. It should be Ledbetter, my twin brother, and Odie Edom. We would win the two-stepping contest, but we would have to have a shootout every week.
Every time they had a two-stepping contest down there, Juniper Garden, Kirb won it. Nigga, any fraud I had with Kirb won. Had trophy. John D. and them got mad. Someone I went and took a swing, hit some dope, come back, nigga. When that's why they give me a second place trophy. I told them to give that to my son. Nigga, I ain't never been nothing first. Nigga, but they told me on up the road, yeah, I won. I knew I did. I got Cornell Bassby's daughter told her, come on, baby, you want to win a trophy?
Yeah,
Come on.
Duck. Her name was Duck.
She told, yeah. She'll tell you to this day, boy. Yeah, and she's still
Fellas,
around. She'll tell you about the hood. She,
Phyllis Harper was the gangster's woman in the project. She used to take me, Cornell, and my brother to the Crown Center, and we would snatch furs off of women and breaking houses. And then her and Jewel Sykes was the first ones to bring TAC to Kansas City, Kansas.
To me, and I tell you another thing, I'm gonna bring back Dale Walker because he lived in the hood, nigga. John Jones even told Percy said, nigga, I tell you, boy, look, you should have never said nothing to Dale because that nigga gonna do something. Dale came back and told that shot, told that nigga to take off running, shot him. As soon as he got to that yellow line, nigga hit him in the ass, nigga with that hollow point. He jumped the whole Juniper Garden. He jumped Juniper Garden, whole railing. The whole railing.
You talking about nut bucket?
Yeah. That one, yeah. Dale Walker was one of the coldest, rawest.
Okay, this how John Johnson got the club. Nut bucket went out of town and come back with a trunk full of money. But John Jones, what was his name? They had the crap house. Dale Walker, no. Yeah,
I don't want to put that out.
That wasn't
Dale Walker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go to school that day. My mama.
I don't
want to put that out. I don't want to put that one out.